back to Worthy Family Homestead. Well, on the way back from the feed store, and we got a pretty good day planned for us, I think. The weather has finally turned off pretty good. It's supposed to be around 80 degrees here today. I know the last few weeks we've had some kind of warm days, but then we've had cold days again. It got really cold the other night. Almost had a frost again. So, but I'm hoping now the cold weather's pretty much gone. It's supposed to be about 80 degrees today here, they say. So we're gonna get out today and try to work on the garden and get some of that stuff started. And actually, it depends on how it goes today. We may actually extend the garden a little bit more. So we're gonna see how that goes today. But today we're gonna try the video with something different. If y'all remember a while back, we did a video one of them cold days, and it was the day that we went down to the pasture, and Elmo had been moving the logs around, got them kind of close to our fence, and we used the Coleman to pull them back to the log pile where they're supposed to be. Well, I always normally use GoPros, and GoPros are good cameras. I mean, hey, they do some good shots. They're durable. You know, I mean, you can't hardly tear them up unless you run over with a tractor and the bush hog. But they've good cameras and all, but they've got a few, say a few drawbacks. And one of those drawbacks is if the battery, from my experience, if the battery gets too hot or if it gets too cold, the GoPro will shut down. And that's the problem we ran into that day trying to move the logs back to the pile. We got out there that morning, and it was pretty cold. It was really windy, and got out there, got everything hooked up, and started videoing, hooking the log up. And just about the time we got ready to pull the log up to the pile, the camera shut down. And I knew it's because it was cold and the battery was cold, because the battery had like, I think around 80% battery life left, so the battery had plenty of charge on it. But you know, that's started happening a little bit more. And you know, it's fixing to be summertime, and the battery's gonna get hot if I outside a lot. Anyway, that was just one of the issues I was kind of running into. And so that day we were in the very back side of the pasture, and I knew as cold as it wouldn't be any good to go back and get another battery, because it would probably do the same thing, because the wind blowing so hard it was making it feel that much colder. Our county issue phones are Apple iPhone 11s, and so I said, just since I'm in a pinch, hey, I'm just gonna try to film this real quick. I'll go home, I'll download the video to the computer, I'll delete off my county phone, everything's good. So that's what I did. I downloaded to the computer, and when I started editing the video, I was like, wow, hey, that's some pretty good video. Not really the content of the video, but just the quality of the video. I mean, the looking at it, the viewing of it. I mean, the video looked clear. It was a good looking video. So I said, well, you know what? I said, that's pretty good. But I don't want to continue using my county issued phone, because I just think that's inappropriate. I don't need to use my county issued phone for personal business. That's just me. But anyway, I got thinking about things, and I said, well, that's a really good video with the iPhone 11. And I said, well, you know what? I said, got thinking about it. I said, it's a lot of times that, you know, when me and Kim get home after work and feed up, that we go feed up, and there's a lot of times that I say, you know, I wish I'd have got that on video. That would have been pretty good to put in a video. Well, I don't carry GoPros with me all the time. About the only time I carry a GoPro with me was when I was actually getting ready to do some videoing of something, and had something planned out. So there's a lot of times that I wish I'd have had a camera, and I didn't. And so I got to think about that too. I said, well, you know, maybe I need to upgrade my phone. Because the phone, my personal phone, is a great phone. It's an Android phone. It's good for talking, texting, watching YouTube videos. But the cameras are not really that great. They take pretty good pictures, but the videos are okay. But you know, I was really surprised with iPhone 11. It really made a really good video. And so got talking about it, and me and Kim got looking around. And I said, well, you know what? I said, I'm gonna do some research. I'm gonna see what they got. You know, phones are so expensive right now, and I don't want to spend a lot of money. The phone I got now, I think we paid like $250 for it brand new. And like I say, it's a good phone, great phone. It just, the cameras are not really that great on it. So got looking around, and you know, of course, Apple iPhones always have good cameras. They're always updating their stuff. And I had Apples before, and now I've got the county issue phone, which is an Apple, and I kind of like it. It's a good phone. I like both Android and Apple, but this one has done pretty good. And so I got looking around, and so long story short story long really, because I keep rambling. But anyway, I broke down and bought me an iPhone 13. So we're gonna shoot this whole video this weekend on the iPhone 13. We're gonna see how it does, and I think it's gonna do pretty good, because I've been kind of playing with it a little bit. And you know, another reason I went ahead and bought another phone is because, you know, just like my county issue phone, I've got it with me all the time, and I've always got my personal phone with me about all the time too. And so now those times when we come home during the week and feed up, or any other time, if we're off somewhere in town or something, you know, something good happens, I want to catch it. So anywhere we're at now, I've got this iPhone 13 with me. I can video, and it's not like I'm really unprepared. If something good does happen, I can video. So so I made it back home. Kim's not feeling too good today. She's got a cold, and so I kind of let her sleep in this morning while I went to the feed store. And she says I gave her the cold I had the other week, but I don't believe that. But anyway, I might have, I don't know. But anyway, she's not feeling too good today, so I let her sleep in. And I'm gonna go back in there now and check on her, and we might eat us a little bit of breakfast, and then we're gonna go back and unload this cow feed and hopefully start working on our garden. So y'all hang around with us, and we'll see if we can get the garden started. It's gonna be like 80 something degrees today, so it's gonna be pretty, and we're gonna try to get a few things done, and hang around and see what we can do. Well, run to a snag on the garden this morning. A cultivator I got, it don't match it to the old TYM tractor, and I was going to try to turn the tires around on the back like we used to do on the old tractors before, but I learned the hard way. I didn't think about it before I did it. You spin these tires around, they won't match back up because they're actually set out at the furthest already. But as you can see right here, the way the tires are set, my tires are actually going to be where I'm trying to plant my rows at. I got about that much room. I'm actually going to run over where I'm trying to plant, so that's not going to work. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to take this sweep here off, and I'm going to leave these two sweeps and the two sweeps in the front are a little further out. So that's going to actually, I'm going to make this, instead of a 2-row cultivator, I'm going to turn it into a 1-row cultivator because my tires won't move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this sweep here off, and that way it won't tear up where I want to put my row at. And I'm going to probably take one sweep off of each end because it's so wide. It's, you know, I don't want to go back when I make my next row and that sweep actually get into where I've already plowed at. So this thing is old. It came from Kim's daddy, had it a long time ago, and she's rusted up pretty good. So I'm gonna see if I can't get these bolts off, to at least get this one sweep off, and I want to get these other two outside sweeps off too. So we'll do a little spraying. I've already sprayed these things a little bit ago, trying to go ahead and get them where they, hopefully they'll break loose and not, well, even if they ring off, I really don't care because I can replace the bolts in it later if I need to make this back into a 2-row cultivator. But we're going to spray down a little bit, and we're going to hook that air wrench and break these off. So the ones I really want is the ones in the middle, so I'm going to start with them. Got one. Got two. Back, grab me a hammer. There's one in the back of the side by side. Go get it out of the bucket. Never mind, I got one right here. Oh, that's it. See what, race tractor, let me see if I can knock that off. Let me get my airline out of the middle so he don't kill it. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Cut it off. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave these nuts on there. This thing is just as rusty on this side, so that those bolts are both stuck in there with rust. And so I'm gonna, and plus if your nut gets stuck in the socket, I'm sure a lot of people know about this. Just take, screw it back on the bolt just a little bit, and it'll pull right out of the socket. But the reason I'm leaving these screwed on there just a little bit is because when I had to take this hammer and knock these other bolts out the other side, if I take the nuts completely off and I hit this hammer on in that bolt, it's gonna mess the threads up. You can't get the nut back on it. But if you put the nut back on there, you hit the nut instead of the bolt, and it actually saves your threads. So that makes it a lot easier. Just take your nuts back off. That doesn't turn, but it's all right. Like I said, I still can't get them to hardly pull out. That one there did. So what I'll just use old claw hammer. Move my toe out of the way. And that'll pull it right out. And there we go. We got them off. Because I don't think that was going to bother the next row when I start. I wouldn't think. Do you reckon?
I don't think this is too.
No, because I think that's going to be my row right there.
It's going to be right here.
I think. Unless you think it needs to be that wide. I reckon when I pour the dirt up, I reckon it would push up on them, don't it?
So that needs to be, but I don't think it's going to flag.
You'd have to take them completely off. Because I guess when you ply it, I probably need to put these bigger sweeps on the front so to push more dirt up. Or I could try it like that first. And just see, we'd have small rows, I guess, but you know, you don't need a big row anyway. Not really. Well, there they are, kind of, sort of. We made do with what we had on that tractor and that homemade cultivator we just made. But I'm thinking that we're probably going to end up getting 9 rows out of it. So we're going to go back now. And I had to take the old hog fence post and mark them so I wouldn't lose them. But that way I can go back and plow a little bit after they get planted, to come back later on and try to work them in a little bit more. And of course, this end right here, we kind of got to where I hadn't tilled already, but I tried to get one more row squeezed in so we can end up with 9 rows. But I'm sure we can do something with that. I don't know exactly yet what, but there it is. That worked out pretty good. Like I say, we can go ahead and start planting the rows, and we're gonna go back now and get our little hand planter and put the tractor mess up and see if we can start planting a few rows or something other. What are you doing, Patty? Oh, let me in. You better not. Let me in. Well, little Gus is doing pretty good. You know, the other week he got where he didn't really feel that good. He's kind of, I think that's how we caught him so easy, because he didn't feel good and he messed up, went into the barn. And but he's got his ears perked up now, and he's feeling better. He's going to run around again like he was before. I know right there behind his ears and right on his forehead that day that we caught him, he was really hot, and just out like he didn't feel good. But his eyes were clear, nose wasn't running, so I don't know, just one of them things, I guess. But he's wide open again now, and but we can still get a hold of him. Like I say, we're here behind the barn. He ain't actually in the barn. He was until Betsy came running out of the stall and to another stall and scared him. But we can get him now pretty easy, close to the barn anyway. But he's still growing. He's doing good, and Kim's still worrying him every minute. All right, we got everything ready. I think we got our rows good enough we can make it, and we're gonna use this little, this is our planter that we're gonna use. It works really good. Got a little hopper right here, you pour your seeds in, and it's got these little things here in it. They actually are made for different types of seeds. This is for beets, okra, Swiss chard. This is for radish, leech, asparagus, spinach, and you can see that the little holes on the sides are different sizes for the different sizes of the seeds. And what it does is it just slips in here, and as you pour the seeds in, these wheels turn, and they turn this little thing around. And what it does is when those seeds come out, they come out this little chute right here, and they come out this little trough. And it's got another guard on it right here that's got measurements on it, so you can set the depth of how deep it plants these seeds. And then as it rolls by, the seed drops down, this makes the trench for it, and then this train comes behind and covers the hole back up. So it works really good, and we're gonna try to hurry up. Look who's here. Emma, you gonna help plant the garden? I don't want you to come through the fence and eat the garden. So we're gonna try to hurry up real quick. It's getting kind of late in the day, and we're gonna see if we can get a few rows planted before it gets dark. We're gonna plant first.
Beans.
There's the beans right there. Now let's do the small bag first.
Oh, there's two different kinds, so you don't use them all though.
Well, what kind you want?
Well, let's do one row this kind and one row the other kind. I need a...
But here's the seeds right here. Like I say, we're gonna put them in this little hopper right here. We're gonna get in our row and we're gonna start planting some seeds out. We're gonna change seeds, so I'm gonna change the disc to a smaller seed. So all you gotta do is come in here and it's on a slot. You just turn it back, it just pops out of place. But you just slide that one out in them slots right there. You line the slots back up for this one. And you just turn it back on that thing until it clicks. And you're ready to put new seeds in, and different size seed.
We need to do the depth, not even a half inch.
Half inch on the depth.
Yeah. You don't
So
want
now,
these, you don't want these very deep.
got that changed. So some seeds are different depths. And like I said, it's got the gauge right here. What, half inch you think? So I'm gonna move this up. See, it likes to come completely off. That's the chute that the seeds come out of right there. All this is just a V to make a hole, and then, you know, the seed drops in. But it's got markings on here, so I'm gonna go up to about a half inch. Tighten this wing nut back down. And now, when we plant these seeds, they'll only be a half inch in the ground, which is where they're supposed to be so they grow best. So now she's gonna stick me some seeds in there, and we'll plant these right here real quick. You can see how much smaller those seeds are. All right, now we're gonna look and make sure that they're coming out.
Yep.
Which they are. They're hard to see, but they're coming out. So I'm gonna finish this row out and probably do 2 rows of this because we eat a lot of spinach for salads. Well, that's gonna wrap it up again here for us this weekend. We're running out of daylight again, but we did kind of wait till later this evening when it got a little cooler. We did go in the house and eat supper and come back out because it got a little warm this afternoon. And so it feels good here right now. It's pretty, I ain't gonna say it's cool, but it feels a lot better than it did earlier today. But we got a lot of stuff planted in the garden today, and I can't remember all the stuff we did plant. I'll let Kim tell you what that was because I can't remember unless I write it down. So what all did we get in there today?
So we planted 2 rows of snap beans, which we have 2 different kinds, and we also planted 2 rows of Dixie leaf peas. We planted 1 row of lima beans, which we called butter beans. We planted 2 rows of spinach. We have the long leaf kind and then the short leaf kind of spinach. We also got a half a row of okra planted, and I'm going to plant squash, yellow squash, zucchini, and pickling cucumbers and long green cucumbers. I'm going to actually plant them by hand with a hoe, and that's what we're going to plant next.
And we only planted a half a row of okra because I'm not a big fan of okra. I like it when it's fried, but I still do the keto stuff, so I can't have anything really that's fried. She likes it anyhow, fried, slimy, whatever you want. So we only planted a half a row, but if y'all remember the video we did a few years ago in the last garden we had, that okra grows. It'll be 6 or 7 feet tall before it's over with, and it produces a lot of okra per stalk. So it'll be a bunch for her, and actually she can give some away if she wants to. But we're gonna let her finish up on her part since it's cooled off a little bit. Daylight's getting away from us. Oh, but one more thing before I go. There'll be a video coming up, but while we're out here today messing in the garden, I got a phone call from the processor, and he said that the little piggies will be ready to pick up on Monday. So we'll probably do a little short video going to picking them up, bringing them back. Not really sure what to expect. I remember back when I was a little boy, Granny and Grandpa and everybody used to always kill hogs, and they kind of processed their own stuff here around home. But that's been probably 30 years ago or better, probably longer than that. But anyway, and I was a little back then, I don't remember nothing. But I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what all we do get. He kind of told me the different cuts we would be getting. So come back with us next time and we'll have that into the video and kind of show you what we got back and see how that goes. But again, we appreciate you joining us. Come on back, see us on the next video. Like, share, and subscribe, tell your friends and neighbors. And again, we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.